Hi folks, welcome to Intermediate Algebra for Fall 2018. Let me go over the syllabus a little bit for you. I'm going to go through different parts of the syllabus. Please make sure that you do pay closer attention to the syllabus and follow the instructions there. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is the office hours. That's probably the most important thing. This is an online class. We are going to have office hours, which is going to be online. We are going to be using something called Zoom. So you need to go to zoom.us. So www.zoom.us. That's the website you go to. Once you get there, there's an option on the top right corner. It says join a meeting. When you click on that option, it will ask for a meeting ID. You just enter this number 374-824-8644. This is the permanent meeting ID, which means that this is the meeting ID that we are going to use for the rest of the semester. So anytime you want to participate in the office hour, all you need to do is go to Zoom, and then you need to join a meeting, and this is the meeting ID. You can join a meeting using your computer, using your iPhone or any smartphone or any tablet or anything. It doesn't matter. You could be anywhere. So long you have a device with internet connectivity, you can join the meeting. Now, remember, you have to, if you are using iPad or iPhone or any other smartphones, what you need to do is this. You need to download the Zoom app. So if you go to your app store for iPhone, and for Google, there is a Google Play or something, whatever store that is. You go there, and then you type in Zoom Cloud Meeting. Zoom Cloud Meeting. Okay, and then you will see the app. You can download it, install it, and also when you're using it on the computer, on the desktop computer for the first time, it will also be asking you to install some of the things. So don't worry about it. It's all fine and kosher, nothing to worry about it. Just download and do the usual installation, and it should be fine. And on your iPhone or on your smartphone or on your tablet, if you need to download the app, go ahead and download the Zoom Cloud Meeting app from your app store, and then you should be able to join the meeting. So this is just a basic setup. Now, when are the office hours? Office hours are Monday and Wednesday. So our office hours are going to be Monday and Wednesday from 8:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. The way it's going to work out, basically, I'm going to start at 8:30 p.m. and I'm going to take questions from you guys, and then we'll go as long as needed. If it finishes before 10, we will end there, or if it goes over 10, that's fine as well. I'm going to go ahead and take your questions as long as you have them. Okay, so no worries there. So this is the key to success for this class. That's what it is. You need to go over the assignments, online assignments, and then once you go over the online assignments, then you select the problems that you have difficulties with and join the office hours Monday or Wednesday. And my recommendation is that you participate at least 1 full hour of office hour, basically. So you don't have to stay for the entire office hours, but most of the times students stay throughout the entire session, because not only that they get their questions answered, they get to see what other people are asking questions about, and they learn from the experience. And from my experience, I have seen that students who participate, they pretty much stay throughout the entire office hours. And so I expect you to participate for at least 1 hour every week. You can break it down into two. You can participate half an hour on Monday, half an hour on Wednesday, and I do take participation role. So please do make sure that you participate. And this is very critical for an online class, okay? You are getting live help from me. And if you do take advantage of these office hours, you're going to be very successful in this class. So it's extremely important that you do participate in the office hours. If you are really serious about learning and doing well in this class, this is your recipe. This is the key to success. So make sure that you participate in the office hours. Now, the next thing is this. I'm available during the office hours. Of course, I'll be talking to you. And you can also text me if you want. Try to keep it between 9 in the morning and 10 at night or so. I'll be happy to answer your questions. Here is my number, 408-718-2901. And that's what it is. Now, response time is this. Basically, if you send me email, many times you'll be communicating with me via email. If you email me, you may expect to hear from me within 24 hours. But the reality is that I'll probably respond way faster than that. Definitely less than 6 hours, maybe sometimes right away if I happen to be on the computer. So please email me with your questions. And I'd be happy to answer your questions. And you may also text me if it is something urgent and you need to get an answer right away, or you can even call me. That's fine. I'm here to help you in any capacity I can. Okay. So connect me in multiple different avenues, like email, text, phone, whatever it is. But the order is first email. That's number one. You should try. Number two should be text. And number three, if you can't get hold of me by email or text, then call. Okay. Next thing is using Hartnell Gmail. We are required by the college to use Hartnell Gmail for communication. So go ahead and make sure that you have an account. All of you actually have an account. Communicate with me via Hartnell Gmail. All right. If anyone has difficulties getting into Hartnell Gmail or whatnot, let me know. In that case, I'll help you and tell you what to do. And of course, the class meeting is online, so nothing new here. And this stuff is pretty straightforward. What the course objectives are. What you will be doing here is this. We are going to be going over these materials in this class: linear equations and inequalities, factoring, exponents and polynomials, rational expressions, radicals, power roots, etc., quadratic equations and functions in general, then a little bit of conic sections if time permits. And we will be solving system of linear equations, not so much inequality. Probably we might do it as well if time permits. And then we will talk about exponential and logarithmic functions. And this topic, even though it's there, I rarely cover it because we don't have enough time. But if time does permit, I will cover this as well. Okay, so that's what it is. And there is student learning outcome. What can you expect out of this class, or what should you be learning after this class is done? You should be able to solve a system of linear equations. Okay, then you learn about exponential and logarithmic functions. You learn about quadratic functions and so on and so forth. Okay, and next, so let's go ahead and go to the next page of the syllabus. Okay, and this stuff I did talk about, and course outline and textbook, these two. For this course, this is an online class. You do not really need a textbook. You don't go online and buy a textbook, or you don't go to the bookstore or buy a textbook. What you need to do, you need to have access to the online materials. And how to get access to the online materials, there is another video for that. But just to give you a quick reference point here, you need to go to math.suflek.com to this link, to this URL. And once you are there, it's pretty straightforward. Just sign up for the course and then select your appropriate course. So, by the way, you can just sign up as a new user there. Once you are there, you can sign up as a new user and then select the course. In your case, it will be Intermediate Algebra Math 123. And then once you select the course, what I would recommend is that you go ahead and pay for the course, okay? And then get started. And how to do all of this, I'm gonna create another video and I will show you there. Next, grading policy. your homework and quizzes are going to be 20%. Your online office hour participation, which is vital for the success of for your success in this class, it's 10% of your grade. But this 10% and this 20% is not. They don't add up to 30%. So 10 plus 20, of course, is 30, right? So 10% plus 20% is 30%. But the real math doesn't work here. In my opinion, 10% plus 20%, that leads to 100%. Because your success in this class is basically going to be dependent on your performance on the homework and your participation in the office hours. If you do perform well on the homework and if you do participate in the office hours, online office hours through Zoom, you'll be doing well on the midterms and you'll be doing well on the final as well. Okay, so basically this 30% will lead to actually 100% success. Even though this is just 30%, you might be thinking, oh, I'm going to skip the homework. I'm not going to do it as seriously because this is just 20%. Office hours, yeah, okay, I'll go to some of them. So they add up to 30%. I'm going to just do well on the final. I mean, on the midterms and the final. Nope, it's not going to work out that way. To do well on the midterms and on the finals, you need to do very well on the homework and participate in the office hours. To do well on the homework, you must have to try them first and then participate in the office hours. That's what it is. So make sure that you understand what it is. Next is this, your midterms and finals. There will be 2 midterms. The first midterm is going to be on September 21st, Friday at 6 p.m. It's going to take about 3 hours. Okay, so be ready for 3 hours, 6 to 9. And the second midterm is going to be on November 2nd, Friday, again at 6 p.m. All the exams are at 6 p.m. And it's going to be in room S129. All the exams are in room S129. S is the new science building. Okay, so science 129, new science building. It's on the first floor. So just come to that room. My recommendation is this, please. I am announcing these dates at the beginning of the semester, and I expect you to be available for these dates. You have to come to the campus and you have to take the test here. However, in some cases, I do have students who live out of the state. In that case, I try to make exceptions and I come up with a solution for them because my objective is to help you out. Okay, so I'll try to help you out in any way I can. So if you're out of state or if you live like 3 hours away or something, let me know. In that case, I'll try to come up with a solution for you. However, pretty much most of the people are going to be local, and I expect you to be available for the midterms and the final. And if you have obligations that you need to fulfill, make sure that you can move them around. Particularly one of the things I hear that, oh, I can take off time from work. I'm telling you at the beginning of the semester what the dates are. So tell your supervisor that, okay, these are the dates I have to be on campus and I need to take time off during those times. Okay, you're letting them know months ahead of time. If your workplace does not allow you to take time off for whatever reason, let me know. In that case, if I need to talk to your supervisor, I would. However, if you're working for someone who doesn't let you take time off because you have a test, you have to think twice. Do they really care about you or your future? It's very serious. I'm being honest and brutal about it. Okay, if I were an employer and if my employee is taking a class and he or she needs to take time off a little bit so that they can take the test, I would allow them to do so. So, and also another thing that that I get a lot of the times is this: oh, I can't find a babysitter. If you have a child, you need to find a babysitter ahead of time. Okay, so please make sure that you're available for these times. And of course, I understand I'm a human being. If something urgent happens unexpectedly, I'm here to help you. Let me know. We'll talk it out. But um, typically, those things are not very common. Okay, and I know when students are taking advantage of this thing. So use it with your judgment, and I will know exactly whether it's a genuine case or not. Anyway, that's the midterms and the final. And grading, standard grading, basically, if you are getting anything 90 or above, you'll get an A. Between 80 and 90, you'll get a B. Between 70 and 80, you'll get a C. 60, between 60 and 70, it's a D. And anything less than 60 is an F. By the way, one of the things students ask me is this. I'm doing very well on the homework. I see 95% on the homework. How come I failed the class? Because you underperformed here and here. Okay, your grade is not based on your homework or what you see on online. Your grade is based on multiple factors, and it's a weighted mean, just not a normal regular mean. You don't add up your scores and divide it by 4, because there are 4 categories here. So your homework and quiz is going to be 20% weight. Office hour participation 10%, midterms 30%, and final exam 40%. So I do a weighted mean at the end of the semester, and that's how I come up with your final grade. I'm lenient. I try my best to help you. So if you get, let's say, 89%, okay, technically it's a B. More than likely, I'll try to push you up to A. That's what I do. Similarly, if you're getting 69%, I'll, instead of giving you a D, I'm going to try to push you up to C, because 70% is a C. So I try to push you up, help you, but never try to pull you down. That's what it is. So make sure that you try your best, and particularly students, those who are in this range, in the 60s range, I try to find out, okay, have they been participating in the office hours? Have they been proactive? Okay, and this is an online class. You must be proactive. If you're reactive, then you'll struggle. You must try things on your own. I will be giving you assignments. I will be sending you emails, reminding you of the deadlines at times. Not always. It's on the computer. You'll see it. But many times I will remind you of the deadlines that are coming up. And I'll be holding office hours regularly. So make sure that you do take advantage of all the services that I do provide. All right. So that's about it for this. Now let's see. Study tips. Basically, do the homework, and before midterms and before final, I'll give you a set of review problems. Go over those. Then you'll be well prepared for the exams. Next, let's see. Policies. This is an important thing. So I kind of want to go over this. Integrity, academic integrity policy. So I want you to be honest in your homework and in the exams as well. Any kind of cheating may result in F or dropping from the class, that kind of things. And if you're a student with special needs, that means if you're a DSPS student, please let me know. If you need to take the test at the DSPS center, I'd be happy to make arrangements for that. Okay. For the exams, there is no makeup as usual, but if you have some unexpected situations, in that case, of course, I am human. I will take that into consideration. And then this is a very important thing. It is your responsibility to drop the class if you decide to discontinue. Okay? Do not expect that I will be dropping you from the class. If you do not drop yourself from the class, I'll be giving you an F at the end of the semester. Let me clarify it. I'll be giving you an F. You are in college, you're responsible. I expect you to be responsible adults. So you will be dropping the class on your own. And if you decide not to continue, of course, in that case, you'll drop by going into pause. Log into Hartnell pause and drop yourself. If you don't drop, if I see you on the final roster, I will give an F. Okay, so that's what it is. Next thing is this. You must get at least 60% on the final exam to pass the class, regardless of your performance in other exams. So that's just one of those things. Typically, students, those who pass the class, they get more than 60% on the final anyway. So this is just there. And another thing is this. While this is not a face-to-face class, this is an online class. However, I will be seeing you during the exam. No audio, photo, or video recording is allowed during the exam, okay, without my written permission, okay. But I will be happy to make special arrangements for DSPS students if you need any kind of help along that line. But for my online classes, this is not a big deal. But normally, the rule is no recording of anything in the class, and cell phones are not allowed during the exam, because I have seen people use cell phone in a way that they should not be using it for. Next, I reserve the right to drop anybody from the class if I find any inappropriate behavior. Mostly, this will be true when students are cheating, but normally I don't drop students. Okay. However, again, if you decide to discontinue the class, please drop yourself by going into pause. The last day to drop the class with the W on your transcript is August 31st. That means there will be no W on your transcript if you drop it by August 31st. And the last day to drop this class with a W on your transcript is November 16th. Okay, so these are the two special dates you may want to keep in mind. Now let's see what is next. So some closing thoughts. Okay, basically what I would say is this: to be successful in this class, just do the homework, participate in the office hours, you'll be okay. But you have to do it regularly. Initially, it might be a bit difficult, particularly if you have not taken a class, math class online. Online math classes are different. It's a bit challenging. You have to be proactive. You have to keep up with the materials. Initially, it might be a bit difficult, but I'm here to help you. Many of you are used to taking a face-to-face class, so online class might be something new for you. However, that's why I have the office hours. I'm holding live office hours to help you. Those are very helpful. Those are extremely helpful, those office hours. So it's like going into a class. Only difference is that you can join these office hours from anywhere, so long you have internet connectivity and a smart device. Do the homework, participate in the office hours, and do the midterm and final exam reviews that I will be providing before the midterms and the final exam. You should be okay. You should not have any difficulties. And I'm happy to give everybody an A if everybody gets it. I don't carve or anything. So if you do well, you'll get an A in the class, not a problem at all. And there are some emergency stuff. So here is one thing that you may want to keep in mind: security. So this is the number for security. They should put the area code 831 because students are taking classes from somewhere else too. Some of them are out of state. So this is something they gave me. It's not my part of the syllabus. I'm supposed to put it here. So 831-755-6888. This is our security number. This is 24/7. So if you are on the campus and you feel that you need immediate attention from security, you are welcome to call them anytime. They are 24/7. Okay. So that's all about the syllabus. I hope this was helpful. Thank you very much.